Guys, so we're looking at the height of this tower, okay? It says a water tower is located 325 feet away from this building, okay? From a window in the building, an observer notes that the angle of elevation, so we need to be going up per se. So from a horizontal, we're going to go up with an angle of elevation. And this angle of elevation is 39 degrees, okay? We see that right here. And then it says the angle of depression. So it depresses me a little bit. It really depresses me how a lot of people struggle with this, okay? The angle of depression is from a horizontal line down. This angle is 25. So people start drawing triangles and they say, oh, angle of depression is when you go down. That's 25. And that's wrong, okay? That's not 25. This piece right here from a horizontal representation is 25. What would that mean that this would be anybody? 90 minus 25. Do you see it? 65, because the whole thing would add up to a big old 90-degree right triangle corner. Okay? You have to know that, okay? So, I just wanted to extend that to you. You don't need that per se for this particular problem, because we are creating two triangles. Let me show you the triangles that we are creating. We're creating the angle of elevation triangle that looks like this, and we're creating the angle of depression triangle that looks like this. Okay, so if I were to draw it, here's the angle of elevation, here's how far it is away, and here's the angle of depression, oops, per se, as far as at 25 degrees. Okay, so let's label our graph, and we have 25 degrees, we have 39 degrees. It says, how tall is the tower? If I were to show you with colors, this tower is right here plus right there. Do you agree? Yeah, so we need to solve two triangles per se. Guys, where do we always put our body when we're talking about these triangles? Where the angle is at. So we're going to put our body. Let's work one angle at a time. So I'm going to put my body right here, and you tell me O, A, or H for this right here. H. True or false? The H is always going to be across from that 90 degree. True, yeah. So that's the easy one to do. Way over here across, O or H? O. Because it's the opposite side way over there that's not next to me. It's the opposite from me. Okay? And then right adjacent to me, real close, adjacent means right touching right next to, that's what A would be. Let's put our body over here. Way over here, what is that? O for opposite. Right next to me is what? Adjacent. And you see those A's line up. And then your hypotenuse again is across. So, for the first triangle, highlighting where I'm at, I'm dealing with, I need to know this, and I'm given which one. You got to ask yourself, which one am I given? An H or an A? I'm given an A. What is the value of A? 300, or in 25, right? So 325 feet is A. Okay? So from where we're at, we're looking at O and A. So, ka, toa. Which one has those two letters? Tangent. O for opposite, way over here. A for adjacent, right here. And that's where we're going to set up our first equation. It'll be the tangent of 39 degrees, whoops, is equal to the side ratio of opposite, which I'm going to call x because we don't know it. You can put O there if you want, over 325. Questions? Okay, two ways that you can solve this. And I will allow you to use a calculator for this. Two ways you can solve this. You can either multiply both sides by what? 325. Or if you would like to, in your solve feature with your calculator, you could say solve this comma x. Okay? So we're going to do that here in just a bit. But this will give you the answer for x. If it doesn't give you a nice clean answer, I'm going to say try, if it doesn't give you a correct or it's weird, I want you to try insolve afterwards. We're going to go through that here in just a bit. Okay? Alright. Let's set up the other one. Our body is here at the angle. O, A, or H. Which two letters do we want? Or are we going to use? Both questions. Which ones do we want to find, or which ones are we given?
We're given A and H.
We're given A. We're not given H.
Oh, actually, yeah.
But we want which one? O. We want O because we need to find what the length is, again, of all of this together. Okay? So is it going to be, which one is it going to be now? Tangent, cosine, or sine? Tangent. So say the tangent of 25 degrees is opposite over adjacent, which is 325. Whoops. Alright, and again, same thing. You're going to solve feature this, and we're going to go through this together here in just a bit. But before I do, are there any questions of how we set this up? Okay, so when we get our answers over here, guys, we're going to get something here and something here. What are we going to end up doing with these answers? Add them and we're done. Okay? Alright, here we go. And we're going to do this, okay? The example that we're going to do this with is, check this out. Try to envision yourself, because we're going to do an activity, and I want you to already get your brains primed up for it. How many of you walked by the billboard ever? This billboard out in front, okay? You know how the billboard out in front, it's kind of like dipped down a little bit? It's like you're way up here on the sidewalk walking, and if you go down, that's where the bottom of the billboard is. Well, we're going to use this particular example to be able to take angles, and we're going to measure how high that billboard is by using angle of depression and angle of elevation. Are we good? All right? Okay, so with our calculator, let's go ahead and go to the first one. Follow me. Menu 3, 1. Okay, and if you can't remember that, guess what? All these letters down here, they're nice and pretty. You could just type them out. Solve, and notice how it's italicized, it's slanted. But as soon as you do the last letter, it pops straight up. It's saying, hey, I'm a function that will do a certain property. You just have to know how to input the rest. Okay? So parentheses, the tangent of, what do y'all want to put? Oh, what was it? What was the number that we were doing? 39. So 39, what am I missing? Degree symbol. Okay? Degree symbol is something good to have because of the fact that you need to look at this as degrees. My calculator over here, let me highlight it better, is not in degree mode, it's in radians. But this will protect me in case I'm still in radians. Okay? It's a good habit to get into. Now listen. With the calculator, you're going to be at odds with my calc classes for the rest of the year. They're going to be upset because they're going to keep putting it in radian mode, and you're going to be upset because you're going to be possibly keep putting it back in degree mode. Okay? The shortcut to that is you don't have to do that if you just keep using those degree symbols as far as whenever you're doing the problem. Okay? So let's go ahead and do the calculator and finish it off. Close parentheses equals control divide, and it was x over, I believe, 325. Last but not least, comma x. Listen, we have to tell it what to look for, and that's what we do comma x for. Control enter, control enter. Please do not do just enter. Don't. It's going to give you ugly answers. Control enter, control enter. Now I know this is a little weird because this is for my UIL math class, so let me change this to normal so that you guys don't freak out a little. 4 is my current doc, and let's see this in the way that yours would show. There we go. Alright, something important. Let's pause for a little bit. Are we finished with the entire problem right now? Yes or no? No. So how many decimal places do you think I want you writing to at least as you go throughout a problem? 6. Yes. When you finish the whole thing, we'll round that answer to 3. But as you go through a problem, I want you to write this answer to 6. So someone who has that on their calculator, if you could please help me out, I will write that right here. What is it? Anyone?
Oh, the answer?
Yeah.
263.1798110.
Perfect. And this is going to be feet, right? Cool. All right, so let's do the other one. And look at, follow me with the calculator. You could just, if you want, go right back, oops, go right back up to where you were at, right here, and just press enter, and it will copy what you did from before. So all I need to do is just change a couple of, well, one thing, which is going to be what right here? Is it, what is it?
Oh, it's 25.
25. Control enter. Go up to get as many decimals. Hunter, if you could please do that again, tell me what it would be to 6 decimals. Or Sydney, do you have it?
Yeah.
Go for it.
151.549.8.
Okay, so now add those two up together, please, for me. Add those two up together. And does someone have it? 0.728. Nice job on rounding the answer, okay? So just make sure you put feet, and there we go. 414 feet, 0.728. Oh. 7298. Okay, so if we round, okay, 7298. We want to round to 3 decimal places, right? So this 8 is going to make the 9 do what? Go to 10, which makes the
730.
Yep, 730. Nicely done. All right, so 730 is our final answer. Any questions? All right, so I'll stop the video.